Hi, and welcome to the training on identifying your core values. What really matters to you? For those who don't know me, my name is Carrie Thompson. I help moms create habits and routines so that they can become less overwhelmed and find more time, peace, and joy in their lives to thrive in motherhood and in all the other roles they have. Let's get started. Why would someone spend their time identifying their core values? There are several reasons why, but I will list a few of those. One reason is to have more purpose in their life. When you figure out what truly motivates you, what drives you, what wakes you up in the morning, what lights a fire in you, you will be more motivated to live out your purpose based on those core values. Secondly, it can influence your behavior. You will have these core values in mind, and you can stop and pause when it comes to taking action on something to see if that action aligns with your core values. So it can influence your behavior. Next, it can be helpful in making tough decisions. As I talked about, you can pause and reflect and think about what decision you could make and see if that choice would be a choice that someone who values and insert whatever core value you have or multiple core values. See if someone who values that would make that choice. This is a process that will help you in making a tough decision, or really any decision in your life and in your day-to-day. Next, it can help you build your confidence. Knowing what you want in life and what's important to you can help bring a sense of purpose, a sense of security, and a sense of stability as actions you take can come from that strong foundation of core values. So you have the confidence knowing what truly matters to you. And so you can take steps in your life that reflect that confidence in knowing what makes you tick and what gets you up in the morning and what motivates you to succeed in the various roles that you have in your life. Lastly, it can help you weed out clutter. You have these core values that you've identified, and you have your day-to-day activities. You'll see if these actions and activities align with those core values. If they don't, you can take small steps to clear out the clutter. The clutter being actions, activities, choices, day-to-day that don't align with those core values that you've identified. You can weed it out and have more time and more of a capacity to pursue your passions based on what really matters to you. There's a 4-step process to identifying your core values. Step number 1, you're going to go through the list of core values that I presented to you in your free workbook and circle the ones that stand out. Don't stress, no need to spend tons of time on each word. Just circle the ones that you can relate to, that you find important in your life. Just go through the list, circle them. Don't worry about how many you circled this first time through. Step number 2, group together related values and choose one word to represent each group. For example, if you choose health and wellness, those two words can be combined, and maybe wellness will be the word that represents that group. I want you to continue grouping and narrowing down by identifying one word for each of those groups until you arrive at 5 to 10 core values. That's step number 3, to continue the grouping and narrowing down process until you arrive at 5 to 10 top core values. Step number 4 is to compare your core values that you've identified with your day-to-day, the choices you're making, the actions you're taking, the activities you're engaged in, your schedule. Do those align with what truly matters to you? So let me go over real quick those 4 steps again. Make sure you write these down. Step 1, go through the list of core values, circle the ones that stand out. Step 2, group together related words and identify one word to represent each group. Step number 3, continue the grouping and narrowing down process until you arrive at 5 to 10 core values. Step 4, compare those core values to your day-to-day. This is a picture of the core values that you will see in your free workbook. They are listed in alphabetical order to help you in going through them. There are 2 pages in your workbook of core values. You'll also see this page in your workbook. It's a place for you to identify your top 5 to 10 core values. This list of 5 to 10 words, which represent values, describe what really matters to you. They are a reflection on how you spend your days and what's currently on your plate, or are they? That's where I want you to spend time reflecting. Think about how you're spending your day-to-day and see if those align with what really matters to you. Does how you spend your days align to those core values? If not, let's take some action. I'm not asking you to make overnight sweeping changes to your day-to-day. I'm asking you to take small steps, because those small steps over time lead to big results and big changes in how you live your life. And I hope that, like me, you want to live out your life based on what really matters to you. And it's important to note that your core values might change over time. We all experience different seasons of life. So it's important to go back and look at your core values. If some significant change happens in your life, go back and look and see if they have changed any, and if you can make just one small change to your day-to-day to better align to your core values. Let me give you an example. If you identified health as one of your core values, and you spend your day-to-day mostly on the couch, mostly seated at work, watching TV, not engaging in any intentional physical activity, then I want you to think about one small change you can make to better reflect your core value of health. For example, you could do 5 stretches before bed every night. You could take a 10-minute walk after dinner. You could spend 5 minutes doing yoga. I'm not asking you to do an hour-long workout this first day. Slowly and gradually add on, but start out slow and small if you want to see lasting change. Have you thought about your one change that you can make? Make it small and make it something that you know that you can take action on and achieve success with. I've got some bonus techniques for you. These are some other ways that you can identify your core values. You can identify your core values in other people. Now, I know, I've said that we're all different, and we are. But can you think of 3 to 6 people you admire most and or love? And consider why they're so important to you? What values do they embody? And are these values you want to see in your own life? The next way is to observe and learn. Can you put a value on some key decisions that you're making at work or at home? Sometimes you're already living out your core values, and all it takes is a little bit of time and observation to see that they're actually aligning. Your actions are in fact aligning to your core values. If you're feeling confident in the decisions that you're making, I think there's a reason for that. So think through a value that could be placed on that action, on that decision, on that activity, and see if you can come up with some core values that way. The last technique I want to talk about is about reflecting. I want you to spend a little time reflecting on your life. We all go through peaks and we all go through valleys. And sometimes it's like a roller coaster of ups and downs. But the past can reveal quite a bit about you and what matters most to you. Sometimes the sweetest and the most painful moments of our lives can help shed light into what matters most. Why are those moments peaks? Why are they valleys? Can they be connected to a value? A lot of times they are considered peaks and valleys from our perspective because they have such a strong connection with what matters most to us. So spend some time reflecting for me. That concludes our process of identifying your core values. I'd love for you to join our community. I invite fellow moms to become a part of our free Less Overwhelmed, More Joy for Moms Facebook group. Just go to Facebook and search for Less Overwhelmed, More Joy for Moms and join our free group today. I share tips and resources and support and encouragement, but it's also an opportunity to be a part of a community of fellow moms. We support each other. You can share your own value. You can share passions that you have, what you have going on. You can answer questions. You can connect with other moms. And I'd love for you to be a part of this growing community with us. In addition to that, you can work with me. I offer coaching and digital products for overwhelmed moms so that they can feel more confident and have less chaos in their lives and more peace in their homes. I have 2 small girls, and I used to live every day feeling like I was drowning, and I knew there was a better way. I found that better way, and I'm on a mission to help other moms find their way too, to where they can resurface and thrive, not only as a mom, but as a spouse, as a friend, as an employee, and as a woman. Do you want the same? Reach out to me. My email is Kerri, Kerri, at kerrithompson.com. I not only do one-on-one coaching, but I have group coaching, I have routine printable pages, I have workbooks, I have courses, and I have a ton of free resources for fellow moms. I hope that you have a wonderful day and you take one small action that leads you closer to living out your core values. Take care, everyone. Bye.